Many live as if they have eternity ahead of them, but reality is harsh. The average life lasts only about 30,000 days. Think about it. If you are 30, you have already used up more than a third of this supply. These 11,000 days are gone forever, never to return. We often tell ourselves, "I'll do it someday later," but later is a dangerous trap. This word deceives us, creating an illusion of an infinite supply of time. In the next few minutes, you will learn not just how to manage time, but how to fill it with life. These are not banal tips on time management, but a deep look at how our life actually works. Time plays strange games with our mind. Understanding these tricks is the first step to controlling them. Remember childhood. Summer seemed endless, and a single day contained a whole life. Now, however, years fly by like months. This is not just a feeling, this is the time perception paradox. Science explains it this way. The brain measures time by recording new experiences. In childhood, everything was new, and the brain was constantly recording events. Adult routine turns days into a grey mass. The same breakfast, the commute to work, the evening series. The brain stops recording these repetitions. To slow down time, you need to hack the system, change routes, learn new skills, talk to strangers. We overestimate what we can do in a day, but fatally underestimate what can be achieved in a year. Being busy and being productive are different things. Many fill their day with tasks that seem urgent but are not important. Use a thought experiment. Imagine yourself in deep old age, looking back at your life. Will you remember that extra hour at the office? Hardly. At that moment, true priorities become crystal clear. Successful people know the list of what not to do is more important than the to-do list. Write down all your goals, circle the top 3. Everything else is your avoidance list, the things that distract you. This works like compound interest in finance. Small daily investments in main priorities yield huge results over time. Ruthlessly eliminate everything non-essential. Your time is too precious for empty noise. Relationships are like a bank account. Every interaction is either a deposit or a withdrawal. A sincere compliment is a deposit. Constant lateness or criticism is a withdrawal. You cannot withdraw what you haven't deposited. Many people's mistake is focusing on rare grand gestures. But the truth is that small daily deposits matter more. A simple text, "How are you?" attention to details, presence during a difficult moment. This is what builds a solid bond. Paradox, shared hardships bring people closer than shared entertainment. Overcoming problems creates a deep connection. Do not ignore weak ties, distant acquaintances. They are your bridges to new ideas and opportunities. Want to feel like there is more time? Give it to others. Helping people paradoxically expands your personal time. The best career opportunities are not where you think. They are in the zone of the adjacent possible, one step away from your comfort zone. The phrase, "I need to stay in my lane," is a path to a career dead end. A huge mistake is chasing money too early. At the beginning of the journey, optimize everything for learning. Every new skill is a lottery ticket to the future. Money always follows knowledge. Forget about the career ladder. A modern career is a jungle gym. Move sideways, diagonally, sometimes even backwards. Comfort is career quicksand. The longer you stay in a role you have outgrown, the harder it will be to leave. Use productive procrastination. When avoiding one task, channel that energy into learning something new. This can reveal your passion. Health is not just longevity, it is a multiplier of your life force. All other spheres depend on it. What is better, 8 hours full of energy or 12 hours of lethargy? Your energy level matters more than the amount of time. The mindset, "I'll sleep when I'm dead," is erroneous. Sleep is your brain's superpower. Without it, you make decisions like a drunk person. The morning version of you and the evening one are two different people. Morning self makes plans, and tired evening self has to execute them. Don't let morning self be a tyrant. Implement micro-workouts, 10 push-ups here, a short walk there. Your body is built for movement, not for sitting for 8 hours. Physical activity creates mental clarity. Stuck? Move around. Want to learn something faster? Teach it to someone else. Explaining forces the brain to understand the topic at a deeper level. Don't wait until you become an expert. Your current struggles in learning make you a better teacher because you remember exactly what was difficult. A secret learning hack: read biographies. Each book gives you a lifetime of experience in a few hours. Smart people don't try to get good at everything. They stay strategically bad at some things. This is called deliberate amateurism. It keeps the mind flexible and keeps the ego in check. Constraints are not the enemy, but your superpower. A lack of time or money forces you to turn on creativity to the max. The most valuable skill is knowing when to stop in time. Strategic quitting is not failure, but making space for better opportunities. Your emotions have a timer. The chemicals that trigger anger or fear last in the body for about 90 seconds. Everything that happens after these minute and a half is your choice to stay in that emotion. You don't control the first wave, but you manage the second. Emotional regulation is more important than raw intelligence. People trust those who remain calm in chaos. Smart people use vulnerability strategically. Showing weakness at the right moment builds deeper trust than a mask of perfection. A costly mistake is avoiding difficult conversations. This is reverse compound interest. The longer you wait, the greater the emotional debt. The small problem you ignore grows every day. Unexpressed gratitude is like money in the bank that cannot be withdrawn. Use it or lose it. Money is not just numbers. It is the equivalent of your freedom and time. The bitter truth: increasing income often makes you poorer in time. As the salary grows, so do the needs. This is the lifestyle inflation trap. You run on the treadmill faster and faster, but stay in place. Your true hourly income must account for everything you sacrifice for that money. Stress, commute, health. Smart people rent things but buy experiences. Experiences appreciate in value over time, while things depreciate. The main financial skill is creating a margin. Living within your means is not a restriction, but creating space for opportunities. Creativity doesn't wait for inspiration. It works like a faucet. First comes the rusty water, your bad ideas. You need these bad ideas. They clear the way for the good ones. Waiting for the perfect idea is like waiting for clean water without turning on the tap. Creativity loves constraints. Give a person limitless possibilities, and they will freeze. Give them boundaries, and they will start creating. Do not try to create and evaluate at the same time. It's like pressing the gas and the brake at once. First create, judge later. Document everything. Your creativity muscle needs to see progress to grow. Early terrible attempts are proof of your growth. The real secret: combine skills that no one else combines. This unique intersection is your creative superpower. Time management is useless without energy management. You won't be able to do important work if your fuel tank is empty. Conduct an energy audit. Some actions charge you, others suck out strength like energy vampires. Willpower is like a muscle, it gets tired. Smart people don't rely on will. They create an environment where the right choice happens automatically. Decision fatigue is real. Every choice spends energy. That's why successful people often wear the same clothes. Energy hack: strategic incompetence. Deliberately do unimportant tasks poorly so that people stop asking you to do them. Quality rest is not a waste of time, but a way to multiply the value of your active hours. Success depends not only on what you know, but also on who you know. But it's not about collecting business cards. The friendship formula is simple: time plus vulnerability plus shared experience. You cannot cut corners. True networking is not about taking, but about connecting. The best networkers introduce people who should know each other. Many underestimate friendship maintenance. They wait for big events to reach out. But strong relationships are built in small things. A random message, a quick coffee. That is exactly where real bonds grow. Relationships are like a garden. You cannot plant everything at once and wait for the harvest. Constant care and watering are needed. Build your community before you need it. When the need arises, it will be too late to build. Mental models are your brain's shortcuts for understanding reality. But remember, the map is not the territory. Your models are always simpler than reality. Most people see only what is right in front of them, playing checkers while life plays chess. Second-order thinking is your advantage. Ask not only what will happen next, but also what will happen after that happens. The obvious choice can be a trap if your mental map is incomplete. Different perspectives are vitally necessary. Knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Understanding is not putting it in a fruit salad. Look for patterns, not just facts. Use inversion thinking. Instead of how to solve the problem, ask, how am I creating this problem? Sometimes the solution is simply to stop doing what causes harm. Your life is not what happens to you, but what you actively design. Look at it as a portfolio of experience and relationships. Many overestimate planning and underestimate testing. Life design is a series of small experiments. You cannot invent an ideal life in your head. You need to test the path to it in reality. Tiny changes yield massive results. Want to transform your life? Start changing one thing for 5 minutes a day. This small impulse will create inertia for big changes. Most measure life by society's standards, money, status. But what if you create your own success metrics? Regular life reviews are mandatory. Monthly checks prevent yearly regrets. Life is not about finding extra hours. It is about the skill of making the existing hours count. All the principles we discussed, from time perception to life design, work together. Remember, time will pass anyway, whether you use it wisely or not. Your habits become your days become your years become your life. Start small. Pick one idea that resonated with you the most. Test it, adapt it for yourself, make it yours. The best time to start living a full life is not someday later, it is today.